The person you love opened up to their mother about their true feelings for you last night. My beloved child. Last night, something happened that almost no one was supposed to know. The person you love sat beside their mother in complete silence, holding back emotions they had hidden for far too long. Then, with a trembling voice, they finally revealed the truth about you. At first, their mother simply listened without saying a single word. But as every sentence unfolded, her expression slowly changed, as if she was beginning to understand a story that had been waiting to be told for a very long time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened next was so unexpected that even the person you love never imagined those words would be spoken. For several quiet moments, the room remained completely still. Then their mother gently smiled and asked one question that reached straight into their heart. That single question made them pause, take a deep breath, and admit feelings they had never shared with anyone before. Every memory, every silent glance, every missed opportunity suddenly made perfect sense. The conversation became deeper with every passing second, and it was no longer just about emotions, it became about a future that neither of them had dared to imagine before. The answer they gave changed the entire direction of that conversation forever. Just when it seemed the discussion was coming to an end, their mother leaned closer and whispered something that left the person you love completely speechless. Those words carried hope, surprise, and a promise that could change everything from this moment forward. They never expected to hear that message, yet it was exactly what their heart had been waiting for all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what was said after that is even more unbelievable than the confession itself. A new silence filled the room, but this time it wasn't uncomfortable, it felt as though something extraordinary was about to unfold. Their mother looked directly into their eyes and quietly said, "If your heart keeps returning to the same person, perhaps there's a reason you can't explain." Those words echoed again and again, leaving the person you love unable to hide their emotions any longer. Every doubt they had been carrying slowly began to disappear, replaced by a feeling they hadn't experienced in a very long time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Without expecting it, they began sharing details they had never told anyone before. They spoke about the little moments that reminded them of you, the quiet prayers they had whispered, and the future they secretly imagined whenever your name crossed their mind. Their mother listened carefully, never interrupting, as if every sentence was revealing a missing piece of a much bigger picture. Then she softly nodded and said, "Sometimes the strongest feelings are the ones that stay silent the longest." Those words filled the room with a quiet hope neither of them could ignore. Just as the conversation seemed complete, their mother stood up, walked toward the window, and said one final sentence that completely changed the atmosphere. "The story isn't over yet, the most important chapter hasn't even begun." The person you love froze, realizing there was something even bigger waiting ahead, something connected to you in a way they had never expected. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened after those words made their heartbeat race, and that's where the real surprise begins. The air felt different after those unforgettable words. The person you love couldn't stop thinking about what their mother had just said. Instead of ending the conversation, they asked one more question that had been hidden in their heart for a long time. Do you really believe some people are meant to cross our path for a reason? Their mother smiled gently before giving an answer so unexpected that it left them completely speechless. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. She explained that real feelings are never measured by how loudly they are spoken, but by how deeply they remain, even during silence. She reminded them of every small sign they had ignored, every coincidence that seemed impossible, and every moment that quietly brought your paths closer together. As they listened, memories they had almost forgotten suddenly became impossible to ignore. The person you love realized that what they felt wasn't temporary, it had quietly grown stronger with every passing day. In that very moment, fear slowly turned into hope. Then, just before they both left the room, their mother gently placed her hand on their shoulder and whispered something they will never forget. When the right moment arrives, don't let fear speak louder than your heart. Those simple words stayed with them long after the conversation ended. They walked away carrying a new sense of courage, but they also knew something important was still waiting to happen. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the very next event made everything they had talked about feel more real than ever before. Morning arrived, but the conversation from the night before never left their heart. Every word their mother had spoken echoed in their mind as if it were preparing them for something they could not yet see. They found themselves looking at old memories in a completely different way, realizing that every unexpected meeting, every unanswered question, and every silent moment had been leading toward one destination. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the day continued, something unexpected happened. A small detail, one that most people would have ignored, immediately reminded them of you. They paused, smiled without realizing it, and remembered their mother's final advice. Instead of pushing their feelings away again, they chose to protect them with patience and hope. Deep inside, they felt that the story was moving toward a turning point, even if they couldn't see the full picture yet. It was as though every piece of the puzzle was quietly falling into its proper place. Then, just before the evening came to an end, they received a piece of information that made them stop everything they were doing. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. But it connected perfectly with everything their mother had said the previous night. In that instant, they understood that the journey was far from over, it was only beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next revelation is the one that changes everything they believed about you forever. That single realization stayed with them long after the sun had disappeared. They couldn't focus on anything else because every thought kept leading back to you. The words their mother had spoken no longer felt like simple advice. They felt like a message that was slowly becoming reality. For the first time in a long while, they stopped questioning their heart and started trusting it instead. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Later that night, they quietly opened a small box filled with old memories. There was nothing expensive inside, yet every item reminded them of a moment connected to you. They smiled, paused, and whispered to themselves that some people leave a mark on the heart without ever realizing it. At that moment, they understood that their feelings had never faded, they had only grown stronger in silence. The truth they had shared with their mother was no longer something they wanted to hide. Just as they were about to put everything away, their phone lit up with something they never expected to see. It wasn't the message itself that surprised them, it was what it made them realize. Suddenly, every conversation from the previous night made perfect sense, and they knew the next step could change everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened after that moment is the biggest surprise of this entire story. Everything became strangely quiet after that unexpected moment. The person you love stared at their phone for several seconds, not because they were unsure, but because their heart was racing faster than ever before. They remembered every word their mother had spoken the previous night, and suddenly those words no longer felt like advice, they felt like preparation. A quiet feeling inside them whispered that the next decision would shape everything that followed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Instead of acting immediately, they chose to pause and reflect. They replayed every memory connected to you, from the smallest smile to the moments that seemed ordinary but now carried a much deeper meaning. The more they thought, the clearer everything became. Their mother had seen something they had been too afraid to admit themselves, that genuine feelings become stronger with honesty, not silence. For the first time, they stopped wondering, what if, and started believing, what's next. Then, just before the night came to an end, they quietly made a promise to themselves. It wasn't spoken out loud, and no one else heard it, but it changed their heart forever. They decided they would no longer let uncertainty control their future. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the very next morning brought an unexpected sign that made this promise feel more real than they ever imagined. The very next morning began unlike any other. The person you love woke up with an unusual sense of peace, as if the weight they had carried for so long had finally started to lift. Their mother's words still echoed in their heart, but this time those words gave them courage instead of questions. They felt that something meaningful was quietly moving into place, even though they couldn't explain why. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the hours passed, an unexpected conversation reminded them of everything they had confessed the night before. It wasn't planned, yet every sentence seemed to point them back toward you. They smiled without realizing it and understood that some feelings never disappear, they simply wait for the right moment to be understood. The fear that once held them back was slowly being replaced by quiet confidence. For the first time, they believed that honesty could open a door they had been too afraid to approach. Just before the day ended, they looked toward the sky and whispered a single wish they had never spoken aloud before. In that quiet moment, they felt as though hope had finally become stronger than doubt. They walked away with a heart full of anticipation, knowing that the next step would reveal something even more surprising than the conversation with their mother. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next chapter uncovers the truth they never expected to discover. As the next chapter quietly unfolded, the person you love noticed something they had overlooked for a long time. Every path they had taken seemed to circle back to one thought, you. It no longer felt like coincidence. It felt as though every unanswered question was slowly finding its answer. Their mother's gentle words had become a source of strength, encouraging them to trust what their heart had been saying all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Later that evening, they found themselves smiling at a memory that once made them emotional. Instead of feeling uncertain, they felt grateful that their true feelings were no longer hidden. They realized that opening up to their mother had changed more than just one conversation, it had changed the way they looked at the future. Deep inside, they made another quiet decision: if the right opportunity ever appeared, they would no longer let fear stand in their way. Every passing moment only made that decision stronger. Then, just when they believed the surprises were over, they heard something completely unexpected that instantly reminded them of everything their mother had said that night. The words were simple, but they carried a meaning so powerful that their hearts skipped a beat. They stood there in silence, realizing this story was leading toward a moment they had never dared to imagine. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next revelation brings the biggest turning point yet. The moment those unexpected words reached their heart, everything around them seemed to fade into the background. They stood there quietly, unable to ignore the feeling that something extraordinary was drawing closer. Every memory, every unanswered question, and every emotion they had hidden suddenly felt connected. It was as if the conversation with their mother had unlocked a door that had remained closed for far too long. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the evening continued, they began to notice small moments that now carried a completely different meaning. A familiar place, an old conversation, and even a simple smile reminded them of you in ways they had never understood before. They realized their heart had never truly moved on from those feelings, it had only been waiting for the courage to accept them. The more they reflected, the more certain they became that some connections grow stronger with time, not weaker. Then, just before they went to sleep, they quietly looked at the stars and whispered one heartfelt promise: if the right moment comes, I won't let fear take this chance away. The instant those words left their lips, an unexpected feeling of peace settled over them, as though the next chapter had already begun. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happens next will reveal the secret they have been protecting in their heart all along. The next morning, they woke up with a feeling they had never experienced before. It wasn't excitement alone, it was certainty. The conversation with their mother had changed something deep inside them, and now every step forward felt different. They no longer wondered whether their feelings were real. They only wondered when the right moment would finally arrive. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the day unfolded, they found themselves smiling at the smallest reminders of you. Every ordinary moment suddenly carried extraordinary meaning. They remembered their mother's final words and realized that true feelings never ask for perfection, they only ask for honesty. That realization filled them with quiet confidence. For the first time, They believed that the future could hold something more beautiful than they had ever imagined, and they were finally ready to stop hiding from it. Then, just before the day came to an end, something happened that made their hearts skip a beat. It wasn't a grand announcement or a dramatic event. It was a simple sign that arrived at the perfect moment, confirming everything they had been feeling since that unforgettable night. They smiled, took a deep breath, and whispered, "Maybe this is the beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Because the next chapter reveals the one truth that changes this story forever. As that quiet realization settled into their heart, they stopped searching for signs and simply listened to what they truly felt. For the first time, everything seemed clear. The conversation with their mother had not only given them courage. It had shown them that some feelings become stronger when they are finally spoken aloud. From that moment on, they carried your place in their heart with complete confidence. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Throughout the day, they caught themselves imagining a future they had never allowed themselves to picture before. They wondered what it would be like if the distance between both of you disappeared, if every unspoken thought finally became an honest conversation. The more they imagined it, the more they believed that hope was no longer just a dream. Their mother's gentle smile returned to their memory, reminding them that patience often prepares people for the most meaningful moments of their lives. Then, just as the evening sky began to glow, they made one final decision that changed everything inside them. They chose to stop letting fear write the next chapter of their story. Whatever happened next, they wanted it to be guided by sincerity instead of silence. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the final chapter reveals the unforgettable ending that no one saw coming. Everything had led to this moment. The person you love stood quietly, remembering the heartfelt conversation they had shared with their mother that unforgettable night. Every word, every pause, and every piece of advice had slowly transformed fear into hope. They finally understood that some journeys begin the moment the truth is spoken. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. With a peaceful heart, they looked ahead instead of looking back. They no longer wanted unanswered questions to control their future. The feelings they had once hidden were now something they accepted with confidence. They realized that opening up to their mother had been the turning point that gave them the strength to believe in new possibilities. No matter how long the journey had been, they felt that every step had prepared them for this chapter. As the story reached its close, one thought remained stronger than every other. Genuine feelings are never forgotten, they grow through honesty, patience, and courage. The person you love walked forward carrying that truth, believing that the best moments are often the ones that arrive after the longest wait. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because sometimes the greatest surprise isn't hidden in one conversation, it's hidden in the new beginning that follows it. One final truth remained unspoken. Long after that unforgettable conversation with their mother, the person you love realized that the greatest change had not happened around them, it had happened within them. Their heart was no longer searching for certainty because it had finally found peace. Every fear that once held them back had slowly faded, replaced by quiet confidence and a hope that refused to disappear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As they reflected on everything that had happened, they smiled at one simple thought: sometimes the most life-changing conversations are the ones that no one else ever hears. Their mother's kindness had reminded them that genuine feelings should never be buried forever. From that day forward, they chose to value honesty over hesitation, patience over doubt, and hope over fear. It was a decision that would shape every step they took from then on. And as this chapter comes to a close, one message remains clear: some stories don't end with a single conversation, they begin because of it. The person you love walked into the future carrying a heart that was lighter, stronger, and ready for whatever came next. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because every unforgettable journey starts with one brave moment, and this was only the beginning of a brand new chapter. The story did not end with that night. It quietly became the beginning of something far greater. The person you love often remembered the moment they finally opened their heart to their mother. Looking back,